What's up guys, it's Aaronitmar. So earlier this week, I had the opportunity to play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the very first time. I went to my closest Nintendo Switch Holiday Experience demo stop, and I had a friend who lived nearby, and so I was able to crash with him, and we were able to go 3 days and be able to play the game, and it really just, exponentially increased my hype for the game. I mean, I was obviously super excited for it, but now that I've gotten some hands-on time with it, it's making me look so much even more forward to the game's release on December 7th, and I didn't think that was even possible for me to be even more excited. Overall, the experience was amazing. I had a ton of fun, not only playing the game, but also just even standing in line was fun. I got to hang out with fellow Smash fans. I met quite a few fans who actually knew who I was, which is kind of crazy because I've never actually met a fan before who knew me just based on my appearance or, my logo, my name, anything like that. I had never met a fan before, so that was really cool. I got to take a couple of pictures and hang out with some of them. They were really cool, so if you're watching, you got a little shout out there. But yeah, I just had a really fun time at this event, and it was just awesome. But of course, let's get into what you guys really are here for, and that is, of course, the gameplay for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I got quite a few games. I'm going to kind of take the best ones and show them off. Unfortunately, I actually played on a third day, and I never got any of the gameplay footage, which sucks because I played 3 matches on that third day, and I won every single one, so I was kind of disappointed I couldn't get that on film, but whatever. I still got to play. I still got to enjoy the fun. And I tried out pretty much a new character every single time I played. Now, the event itself was actually pretty interesting as far as the filming aspect goes. They had some interesting rules that you had to follow. They preferred if you filmed at an angle, so you didn't get a head-on shot of the gameplay. And they also wanted you to always kind of have someone's body part showing. So whether it be a hand playing with the controller or somebody's shoulder, the back of somebody's head, something like that. They had these very specific rules that every time they saw someone pull out a camera, they made sure they knew. Even though I had played for the 4th time that day, they still had to tell me the rules. So I don't know why those specific rules were so, I guess it was so drilled into them. And I kind of have a theory. I think it's because they don't want people to confuse the game on a camera for direct capture, so maybe they don't want the game to look worse than it actually is, because it's not being filmed through a capture card, it's being filmed through someone's camera, so the lighting, the quality could all look really bad. So I think that might be why they wanted to have somebody visible or make it very clear that this was camera footage and not direct capture. On top of that, for whatever reason, we weren't allowed to film the character select screen, and I thought this was really weird because we already know all of the characters in the game. I mean, I literally pulled up the Nintendo Direct while in line and went to the part that had all of the characters on the character select screen showing, and I was like, it's kind of weird that they don't let me film that in line, but I have literal footage of it here and now right this second. I'm sure they had their reasons. Maybe they didn't want people to fake footage. Maybe they didn't want people to spoil it in case somebody else hasn't seen the full character select screen yet. I'm not entirely sure. I just know that, it wasn't their rule, the people actually working there. It was obviously the Nintendo higher-ups, so they were the ones who sort of made that rule. So I'm not entirely sure what the purpose was, but I just thought that was really interesting. As for the games themselves, they were all 2.5-minute 4-player free-for-alls with items on and with Smash Meter on. So it wasn't exactly the best playing condition for someone who's going to mostly play in the competitive format without items on non-hazard stages. But for the most part, it was still really fun. It was kind of hard to get a feel for a brand new character in those 2.5 minutes. You can kind of play around, but with all the chaos that's happening already and you don't really get any kind of warm-up or anything, you're just kind of jumping straight into it, it would probably take you 2 or 3 matches of 2.5-minute free-for-all items on all stages to get a feel for a new character. For example, the very first character I played was King K. Rool, and it's really hard to get a feel for a brand new character while you're getting thrown across the stage, getting hit into a second person, then a Pokeball appears, and then an assist trophy flips the screen. It's very difficult to actually try and get a feel for a character while all of that is happening. So you definitely are not going to experience that at this demo unless you're the only one in line. And also, this isn't a John, but the TV they had to play Smash on was very, very laggy. I would say there was probably a half second of lag between when you did something on the controller and when it happened on the screen. So it wasn't exactly the best environment to play or practice competitively. So I wouldn't, if you're planning on going, I wouldn't recommend going into it with that mindset. I would just recommend you going, you're gonna have fun, and that's pretty much all you can really expect out of it. You're just gonna try out the new Smash game, and honestly, it's a new Smash game, so any kind of playtime is very, very fun. But yeah, honestly, that is pretty much everything I have to say. I'm gonna let the video continue. There's gonna be a couple of other matches that we'll play because I got some decent footage of quite a few different matches. So I'm gonna let that play. But yeah, I don't really have much more to add. If you're gonna go, I would definitely recommend mixing it up with some old characters and new characters. New characters because obviously the whole point is that there are new characters so you can try them out. But you definitely want to get a feel for some of the old characters you played. For example, I played Daisy, and Daisy and Peach, I guess, by extension, feel very, very good in this game. I play Peach in Melee, and so the actual play style isn't too different from Melee to Smash 4. Obviously, the games differ, but as far as moveset goes, they work a lot in the same ways. So I tried her out in Smash Ultimate, and she feels very, very good too. She feels very strong, she feels very fun, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. But yeah, you want to get a mix if you're going to stay and play multiple times for both new characters and old characters. Maybe ones you used to play, or maybe ones that you now have an interest in Smash Ultimate. I would definitely recommend that, because with old characters, you know the moveset, so going in, you can get a better feel for that character and for the game, whereas with a new character, you don't really know the moveset, you don't know all the ins and outs. Like, yeah, we've seen the directs, we know everything that's the character can do, but we don't know everything that, you know, we've never done it on our own with the controller in our hands. So it's very, very difficult to get a grasp for that in such a bad environment as far as, you know, learning the new characters. I'm not saying that the demo itself is a bad environment or a bad experience, it's just not the best in terms of learning a brand new character. But yeah, with all that said, thank you all so much for watching the video. If you guys played at the demo, I'd love to know what your thoughts are down below. If there's one near to you, I highly recommend you go because it's just pure fun. There's Smash fans all over, so you can easily get into conversations about Smash Ultimate, even if it's just casually talking about the game. So it's a very, very fun experience, and it gives me high hopes for what the tournament scene is going to be like in Smash Ultimate, because I could tell a lot of people there were very, very excited about the potential for competitive Smash Ultimate. So I would definitely recommend you go there if you have one close to you and it's a reasonable attempt for you to get there. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit the like button. If you're new, be sure to subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the gameplay.
Middle